Morning everyone.
Morning.
We're back after our live session last night. Thank you everybody that came and joined us on that. Next one will be when we've got to 2,000.
Oh.
Now, during poor Sandra, she said that she woke up at 5 just as it were ending.
Oh. She missed a flag.
Yeah. Oh well, she's seen. I think she's seen the rerun of it. Yeah.
Right.
The recording of it. So she saw the flag. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Val McDermott asked us during that live why I didn't show my work when I was at art college. What happened? Because in my first year I got first prize, and then I shared it with a guy called Gary in the second year. I actually wrote a book about it called A BA with Honours, Please Take One, which was prompted by a coffee machine in the common room at the college. I hadn't been there but a week or so when I went into the common room and saw this coffee machine. It really made me laugh because someone had put a sign over the thing where you take the cup out, saying a BA with honours, please take one. And I thought, well, that just sums it up. Well, the main reason was that I went there to paint, and part of the course included doing a 5,000 word thesis. Now over the 3 years that I was there, I wrote a lot about the college. Not very complimentary either. Mainly, I thought it was a sausage machine. I give a lecture. I said I would, because my argument was I went there to paint, and they wanted me to write about some artist what I were influenced by and something like that, I think it was. And my argument was that you could see who I was influenced by in the work, and that if I wanted to write, I won't be at fine art college. I'd have gone to somewhere else.
Writing school.
Yeah, literary, done something like that. I didn't agree with having to write about my art. I wanted to paint my art and let it speak
for you.
Yeah, and didn't require any words from me, and I resisted that for 2 years. But then during the final year at college, they realised I meant it, and that panicked them, because they really shouldn't have allowed me, according to rules, they shouldn't have allowed me to enter into my third year because I hadn't done any written work. So they started putting pressure on me, and I even went and worked at home to get out at Waverham because they just won't leave me alone. And they even arranged to come to the house to see what I was doing. And this very room that we're now sat in was the room they came to. This was my studio. And they came to look at what I was doing, the drawings I was doing. And they wanted me to come back in to the college and work, which I did, but I had naught but trouble when I did go back. And they continued putting pressure on me until I just snapped one day and said, right. And I come home, and that book I was writing, which was all about Leeds Fine Art Department, I typed it all up, and I walked into the School of Humanities, threw it on the desk of the guy who was in charge, I can't remember his name, and I said, that's what you want, that's what you'll get. And I refused to show me work. And that's why I refused to show me work at the degree show at the end of the course. And so, of course, they failed me.
Very stubborn. Yes. You were even stubborner when you were younger. Weren't you?
I suppose I was.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't really do a right lot of teaching there, did they?
They didn't.
Which suited you.
Yeah, it was.
It suited a lot of people.
It was unstructured. There were no lessons.
No.
You sank or swam.
Yeah, but the younger ones,
A lot of kids suffered in that environment.
Yeah.
They did, yeah. They got
They
on.
wanted a bit of teaching, didn't
Yeah.
they? A bit of direction, whereas I don't really think they got it.
No. I knew what I
Excuse me.
wanted to do. I knew what I wanted to paint, and I just needed to be left alone to do it, but it didn't work like that.
No, they wanted writing as well, which you were quite good at, but you thought your painting should stand for the self, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah.
And they didn't understand that. Or it were just rules, regulations.
Well, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I mean, the finance came from the government, and the degree status that they had depended on passes, I should think, or all of that.
I mean, you would have passed, I'm sure you would have on your work alone. But they insisted they have the book.
Well, they let me in on the work alone because I had no qualifications to go to college, but they allowed 3 a year without qualifications to do the course, and I was one of the 3. So they knew it was my work, and that I'd run the Breadline Gallery. That's why they let me in, because of my work, the stuff that I'd already done, and I'd run an art gallery prior to going there. Well, I was still running it when I was there anyway. Anyway, that's
that.
That's that. I'd like to thank Lisa from Canada for buying us some gas. Thank you very much, Lisa.
Thank you.
Very kind of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
That'll come in handy. One thing I never told you about, when we were at Red Kite, we were metered. You know, the hookup, the electricity supply was metered. And at the end of the 6 weeks, I paid for the electric that I used. And it worked out at £1.37 a day that we used when we were on that site, which I thought was quite interesting.
Yeah.
I went through 4 bottles of gas and £1.37 a day in electricity.
Yeah. Over 6 weeks.
Yeah. I never mentioned that. I thought you might be interested in that. There's a drawing, I hope I haven't deleted it, because I put it on Patreon, some more work on my drawing. I put it on Patreon, but nobody's had a look. so I might as well put them on here. I hope I haven't deleted it. If I haven't, I'll put it on at the end of this video.
Yeah.
Yeah, the raffle's stalled. There's a link.
Yeah.
It's in the description. I don't know where else I can put it. I've had a look at other people and they put stuff like that in the description. And a lady said that she couldn't find it. It will write down or something. It won't
Where
you could see it. You have to actually click. On a mobile, there's a little like arrow mark, isn't there? You have to click on that to open up the description. It's more obvious on a laptop, so whether that's why she couldn't find it, the link. We've only 11 minutes, so we're all right.
Oh, yeah. For your next letter.
I had a look at this, so I don't know what it says.
Oh, and
it's from Pat. Written on the 8th of January 1967. We have had snow for the last 2 days and now it is beginning to ice over. What's the weather like at your end? Darling, I am writing nearly every day, but sometimes I can't think of anything to say. But I do like to get letters from you. Sorry to hear you weren't well the other night, but that's what becomes of drinking too much. If you ask me, all your mates seem to be getting married. But give Jock my congratulations for the great day. Sorry to hear you had no money the other night. I bet you were bored stiff. Sweetheart, when we are engaged, we are going to wait a year before we get married, aren't we? No. If we do, we will be getting married at the end of the year, if you want to get married in 1968. But if we wait 1.5 years, we could get married in the summer. Typical Pat.
Right. It had been snowing the day before we got married. It was very cold.
That's a common sense thing, is that?
Yeah, we were.
Where's common sense in love? I'd have married you tomorrow, if I could have. Oh, put here, look, always the practical one was Pat. But there was no way I was going to wait that long. I put that in brackets there.
Right.
I hope you are out of the army, so I can have you to myself. You might like to know I am eating better again. When we were courting, Pat were really thin, weren't you? Like you are now.
Yeah, well.
I think you had a 22-inch waist.
I did. Yeah, I'm quite slim. Nervous energy, I think. It just...
Yeah.
I soon started putting it on after we were married. Not that I got fat, I didn't, but I started getting a bit more shapely.
Oh, I thought you were all right. At 10 p.m, Mum wanted her supper, and when Gran gave her it, she complained about it because it had no salt and pepper in it. Then she went mad and hit Brian. Then she started on me. She told Gran I expected to get engaged when I was 16 and married a year later. Then she said, I won't sign the papers, and if your dad does, I will just rip it up. And from now on, you will be in by 10 o'clock. And by the time I have finished, he won't want to see you again, never mind marry you.
Wow.
Whoa. God, I wonder what I bet I went berserk when I read that.
Oh dear, she didn't know what she was getting into.
By the time I have finished, you will be out on the streets. What do you think of her? Well, I don't care what she says, as long as I have you, my love. Hope you feel the same way. Don't forget, I love you very much. Well, that's it. It's the end of the
That's
letter.
the end.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. and that's what she didn't tear it up. But, well, she might have done.
She might have, she just didn't bring it. Did she? We've got an air
Man,
dumpling.
we're letting the cat out of the bag here.
Letting the cat out
But
of the bag.
you can get an inkling there of what she had in her mind.
Yeah. She could be very ferocious.
Oh, it was a battle.
Yeah. Well.
But I won.
You did, didn't you, love?
I won this. Ah. Oh.
Oh, have you got an itch?
No, my collar's tucked in.
Oh.
Nice. That's it today, Pat.
I ain't got out planned
It's
for today, apart from...
Another lovely sunny day.
Yeah, you'll watch as soon as we go
Monday,
off, it'll start.
It'll change.
Yeah.
Be snowing next week, I bet.
Oh, I hope not.
I think I might need to ring the chemist.
Yeah.
See where your tablets are.
Yeah, they haven't arrived yet,
No.
have
No.
they? Only today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
I'm going to have to ring them.
See. Yes.
Okay. So, that's your video for today. So we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.